Copyright disclaimer. Under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. So I found this interesting. This is from Reddit, and this was posted 9 months ago. Who is this private security company that protects Scientology? PAC Security, if it's even called that officially. Looking a little cray-cray. Are they registered? Is there a website or an official link for this company? Do they protect the whole of the church as well? As Talon Executive Services? As Talon Executive Services Incorporated? Do they protect David Miscavige personally? And do they provide the security for the bases, including the Trementina base as well as proving the sniper nest at Gold Base? Vindoff, ex-Sea Org, ex-Scientologist, declared SP. Yay! Way to go. Their offices are located at 1401 North Catalina. Their offices are located at 1404 North Catalina. They only patrol PAC base. They are all Sea Org crew. Allegedly. Sad Anything 3273, ex-staff. Wonder if he started as a child as well. These are all definitely billion-year contractors, Sea Org members. I want to see their credentials. The symbols on the uniforms are SO symbols. Sounds very sigilistic to me. That whole collection of Scientology buildings near Big Blue are part of what they call the PAC base. Pacific Area Command Base, I think. PAC security is paid like any other SO member. So you guys know that's $47, right? What is a 47? Zachary K. Hubbard really was wondering, and so am I. The Sneakster 2020, ex-Sea Org independent Scientologist. You guys know how I think about that. I'm going to skip that one. Okay, this is a little hostile, but I'm going to read it. Dr. Sassy Pants. Escaped second-gen childhood cult survivor. What are you talking about? It's not a private security company. PAC is part of Scientology Sea Org. So why does it say private security on their badges? Like what? Ha 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 ha. Dr. Sassy Pants says, private security often pertains to security that offers private services to an individual or group. They are their own security for their own properties. Are they certified? You guys know I used to be military police. Wasn't my cup of tea. BC Pirate says, because it's private security for the PAC base. I'm going to ignore this because this is really screaming OSA to me. I'm going to skip that. That's a little nasty. Let's see. So a lot of this is screaming OSA, but I mean, you know, people get into it, I guess. Anyone like disputing and having a problem with a person asking about security at the PAC base, as well as the other Scientology buildings, they are very sus, in my opinion. Okay, I like his response, or her. The Sneakster 2020, ex-Sea Org independent Scientologist. Again, you guys know how I feel. Well, whenever I have seen such things over the last few decades, it's never fascination. It's gathering intelligence. Boom. For something someone is contemplating or actually planning. You can pretty much bet on some shady business being considered whenever anyone is trying to get details on security forces anywhere. Those security forces would be the people they have to get through or around to do whatever it is they are considering. Yeah, why would anyone argue with this person? Very sus. In this case, it has to involve infiltrating Sea Org bases. You know, where the children are working and laboring 18-hour days. But for what purpose, I have to wonder. Let's see what Vishnu says. Okay, first, ex-Beba. I can't read it, Beba. No idea why you're being downvoted. Seemed a fair point to me, considering. I would say somebody doesn't want things to get out, wouldn't you guys? Vishnu, second gen, ex-Sea Org. PAC is Pacific Area Command, and it's just what Scientology calls the Sea Org base in Los Angeles. These are Sea Org members, you know, like children, just like the rest of them, who are being paid $50 a week. I thought it was $47. Living in communal birthing, you know, like fake barracks. You know, the children, that's where they live too. Isn't that wonderful? And being lied to and held mentally captive. They are not an outside company. They do not have license numbers. Wow, they're just like, if this is true, they're just like creating their own stuff. Like they don't have to follow the laws. They don't have to go through Los Angeles Police Department or anyone. They could just like, you know, whip around the GUNs and wow. They just put on a uniform to look official and work to keep outsiders out and insiders in. The prisoners, they're working to keep the prisoners in. That's why they want all these fences, and they have all these fences, and government's just sitting there like, that's cool. Sorry for the drinking, you guys. I just get so thirsty. The PIs and outside security from Talon are different. Is that what Ted works for? I never cared for that guy. And I mean, I never met him, but I don't care for his mannerisms. The PIs and outside security from Talon are different. They aren't there to protect the base, just specific individuals. And imagine those folks trying to protect anything. They're not protecting anything. They're keeping people in. And I've witnessed, in my opinion, Los Angeles PD trying to keep those kids and Scientology prisoners inside. That's why they wouldn't help the child that wrote help in the window. The PIs and outside security from Talon are different. They aren't there to protect the base, just specific individuals. And they don't wear the uniform. And it's not a sniper's nest. Nobody is sniping anyone. Well, you have to wonder why people get so fired up about certain things, right? You got to wonder about that. I always do. It's not a sniper's nest. Nobody is sniping anyone. Yeah, right. It's just a lookout. You know, like the Nazis had. You're making it far more Oh, here we go. I'm not even going to read that. I just don't. What are these folks getting so worked up about? Huh? Are they afraid that their folders, their pre-clear folders, are going to be accessed by the Federal Bureau of Investigation or Homeland Security? Or, heaven forbid, Los Angeles PD? Okay, I'm going to read this. If I get irritated, I'll just stop reading it. The Sneakster 2020. It's an interesting name, isn't it? Don't you guys find that an interesting name? I doubt anyone in the PAC area Sea Org has received even $50 a week pay for some years due to lack of new paying public members to provide income and Dave Misavage's Ideal Org's rental scam payments, taking most of what little income they get. Imagine this all transpiring on various world governments' watches. Almost like they created it, but who knows? Regarding the Eagle's Nest site on the hillside, you guys know what the Eagle's Nest is, right? On the gold-based property, Andrei Tabayoyan, who claimed it was Sniper's Nest in a declaration filed in the 1993-1994 Church of Scientology International versus Fishman and Gertz court case. Also, go see what Jesse Prince talked about. I haven't read his book yet. That's going to be one of my next reads. The former head of the gold-based security, Gary Jackson Moorhead, from 1990 to 1996 has publicly stated numerous times that Eagle's Nest is actually an unmanned observation point with a remotely operated high-resolution steerable camera with zoom optics. Remember, I'm just bringing up what Jesse Prince had said. They had more ammunition and weapons that could just, it was a huge supply of ammunition and weapons. It's partly how he got out. Michael A. Hobson, independent Scientologist and former Sea Org staff member. You guys know. Anyone who's still an independent Scientologist believes that auditing children's an okay thing to do. That 70's clear. Mod XHCO. I don't know what mod means. IRRC, when Ron wanted changes made to the house that was demolished and replaced by Bonnie View after his death. Part of it was high fencing, and it or the house itself was supposed to have ports suitable for defending it with rifles. And that sounds pretty weird, as does the idea of a sniper's post. Why does it sound weird, X Clear? I'm sniffing cover up here. I personally wonder, this is my opinion, this is my thoughts, these are my questions. I really wonder about some of these so-called ex-Scientologists, some of them. I'm just keeping it real. Why are they fighting so hard about this? Okay, I'm not even going to listen. He's doubting Andre. I don't know which Andre that is, but now they're just bantering back and forth. Now this guy, Sneakster is really sus to me. Look at how he's trying to discredit. You see, that's where I don't trust people when they're trying to discredit people. Well, I doubt John Atack just made that up himself. He's not a primary source for anything at all having to do with Hubbard's household unit. Anyways, I'll leave a link in the description box. The point I'm making is, hold on. Yeah, kind of not even worth it to read through all of these ignoramus bantering posts. But let's get back to the nitty gritty. Who is this private security company that protects Scientology? PAC Security, if it's even called that officially. Also, anyone really fighting about this, you got to wonder about their motivation. So I will leave a link in the description box. Like and subscribe if you choose. Otherwise, have an amazing day or night wherever you are. Peace.